Hey all, my name's Michael, welcome to the channel, and we're going to be getting into some 4chan stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's begin. Be me, 24-year-old male, work as an overnight dishwasher at an upscale downtown restaurant. Graduated with a fine arts degree, now spend my nights scrubbing plates and preventing health violations. I live in a converted warehouse space with 3 other failed artists, our walls covered in rejection letters. My social life consists of complaining about pretentious food critics and eating leftover bread. My routine is washing dishes from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m., sleeping until the afternoon, then sketching badly. Only human contact is nodding at line cooks and avoiding our angry head chef. One Thursday, my roommate Dante forces me to attend an underground drag show. Dude, you're becoming a kitchen hermit. You need exposure to actual nightlife. I reluctantly agree because he threatens to eat all my leftover takeout. The venue is in a converted warehouse basement. Neon lights, glitter everywhere, and a crowd of queer artists and club kids, all dressed more interestingly than me. Then she takes the stage. Curvy girl, platinum blonde wig, sequin dress catching the spotlight. She performs a lip sync routine to classic disco, moving like a professional. The crowd goes wild, throwing dollar bills and cheering. Normally I feel awkward at drag shows, but I'm genuinely entertained. Afterward, I spot her at the bar, removing false eyelashes, looking exhausted. Dante pushes me toward her like I'm still in high school. I stammer out an introduction. She says her drag name is Mystique, but her real name is Harper. Somehow, we spend an hour discussing food culture and performance art. That night, I save her number as Harper Drag Queen Performer. Over the next few weeks, we exchange long messages about everything from makeup techniques to restaurant politics. She sends 2 a.m. costume construction photos. I reply with terrible sketches of kitchen chaos. I learn she's studying theater arts and performing on weekends to pay for tuition. She starts visiting the restaurant during slow periods to keep me company, sitting in a back booth rehearsing lines while I load the dishwasher. We start meeting after her shows, 24-hour diners, empty parking lots, sunrise coffee runs. She calls me Dish Boy because of my job and the smell of industrial soap. I call her Sequin Storm because she leaves glitter everywhere. Our first official date is thrift store costume hunting, followed by a late night kitchen raid at my job. She teaches me proper contour techniques and laughs at my attempts for weeks. A couple months in, we're spending practically every free moment together. Friends joke that we're artistic symbiotes or matching creative disasters. Every disagreement about performance art turns into a passionate 3-hour discussion. I feel like I found someone who understands my creative frustration perfectly. Around month 3, subtle shifts creep into our collaboration. She gets upset if I don't immediately praise her latest costume designs and post cryptic Instagram stories. Some people don't appreciate real artistry. She asks why I haven't shared her drag videos on my feed. Me. I support you, I'm just not comfortable posting drag content where my boss might see. Her ashamed of me much, delivered with a hurt look and a cold shoulder. She starts testing my aesthetic judgment, showing me performance sketches, waiting to gauge my enthusiasm. If I offer constructive criticism, she accuses me of crushing her creative spirit. She says she needs artistic validation, but then dismisses all my compliments. Her emotional responses get more dramatic and unpredictable. We still make beautiful things together, costume pieces, collaborative art, but her insecurity begins to poison our partnership. I filter my opinions to avoid triggering her sensitivity. By month 5, creative differences escalate into aesthetic warfare. I suggest a simpler makeup design. I get lectured about playing it safe. She analyzes my sketches for signs of internalized classism. Her, why don't you quit dishwashing and focus on real art? Her again, why don't you critique my performances harder? Do you think I'm too fragile? Every casual artistic comment is taken as a personal attack. Me. I'm not really feeling that song choice. Her, so you hate my vision and think I'm talentless? I start showing her less of my work and avoiding performance talk entirely. My roommates notice I'm blocked creatively. I pretend kitchen stress is the reason because admitting the truth feels like failure. I even start researching how to support sensitive creative partners. Month 6, she begins documenting our interactions in a performance journal, using mood boards to track my creative energy and supportive behaviors. She uses them as evidence that I'm stifling her growth. She accuses me of jealousy and urges me to quit my job for serious collaboration. When I explain I need rent money, she calls it a lack of artistic commitment. She compares us to famous performer couples and asks, "Why don't you write love songs about me like other artists do for their muses?" She manufactures drama to test my devotion, and I gets frustrated when I respond practically instead of theatrically. Month 7, she stages an artistic intervention at her rehearsal studio, complete with a presentation about my failure to nurture creative intimacy, a portfolio of my supposed aesthetic regression, and examples of how I haven't provided enough encouragement. True creative partners inspire each other to transcend limitations without being asked, she says. My working class mentality, she claims, proves I don't understand her vision. She demands bold career sacrifices to show commitment. My brain is overloaded. I ask, what exactly are you asking me to do? Her, I need someone who pushes me toward artistic greatness. That's when it hits me. This isn't love, it's an ongoing audition. That evening, she finishes her presentation. She's waiting for me to promise transformation or beg for guidance. Instead, I quietly pack my sketchbook. I think we want different things. She's stunned. You're not going to fight for our artistic connection. Me. I'm not interested in performing creativity to meet someone else's standards. I walk out, leaving her mid-scene. Driving home, I listen to classical music instead of replaying every conversation. I toss her photos from my kitchen locker, change her contact to artistic manipulator, but don't delete her entirely. The next morning, I wake without anxiety over whether I'm creative enough. I sketch random kitchen scenes using techniques I enjoy. No costume critiques, no forced enthusiasm for performance videos. Dante texts, Harper's telling everyone you couldn't handle dating a real artist. I laugh and keep working. A week later, a mutual friend says she's been asking theater directors about me, expecting I'd return with a portfolio of breakthroughs. When I didn't, she spun it into my creative cowardice. A month after the breakup, she shows up at a gallery opening where my roommate's work is showing, clearly trying to make me jealous with talk of her latest performance piece. I focus on enjoying the art instead of trading barbs. She leaves early when I don't engage. 2 months out, I realize just how exhausting that relationship was. I'm creating because I want to explore ideas, not prove worthiness. I'm talking about technique without feeling tested. My roommates say I'm more productive. Even line cooks notice I'm less stressed. 3 months later, I meet someone entirely different at a community art class. River, a social worker, loves creating but doesn't weaponize aesthetics. She asks about my restaurant job without testing my credibility. She likes my sketches without demanding deep meaning from them. When we disagree, we talk it out. No games, no tests. 4 months in, I learn what healthy creative sharing feels like. River's feedback actually makes my work better. We collaborate without rivalry. She supports my dishwashing job instead of urging me to be a starving artist, understands that steady income fuels my creativity. 6 months later, Harper still occasionally likes my art posts with subtle digs at my safe choices. But I've moved beyond needing validation from partners. River and I are planning a joint art show. She celebrates my growth without taking credit or demanding I evolve on her terms. A year later, I fully grasp the difference between creative partnership and artistic manipulation. I can spot when talent is being used as a control mechanism, and I have the confidence to create for myself. River challenges me constructively. We inspire each other without ultimatums. 18 months post Harper, I'm part of a group show, my work reflecting my own artistic voice. River helps with installation quietly without expecting credit. 2 years in, we're engaged, planning a wedding decorated with art we've made together, no performances required. That's when I realize the difference between inspiration and manipulation is freedom. Walking away from aesthetic competition leads to real growth. The best artistic partnerships are built on mutual respect, not control. Dishwashing still pays the bills, but now it funds art that's mine, created in peace.